Oh, yeah, it is. All right, good evening, everybody. This is the second last motivational call for this year. We're going to just have to go like the previous times when Andrew wasn't on. He's going to be back on the 12th of January. So we're going to just have a nice discussion about life. Jacobus, welcome. I see you on. Welcome, Masini. I'm going to ask a few of you questions. Basically, we need to just focus on the sessions that Andrew had with you. The revelations of life, where we discuss be wise and how to communicate. And the ones before that, we had some very good. All the recordings are on. Go to the YouTube channel and go watch the recordings. Hello, Raquel. How are you doing?
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm always good. Never
That's
had a bad day in my
phenomenal.
life.
That's great.
Bad moments. People
It's
always
rain.
remember. There's
It's raining out
no thing
here.
like a. Say again?
I said it's pouring down rain out here.
Raining.
Yes.
Yeah, it's winter. You must get rain and snow where you stay.
Snow is coming, but not right now.
Right. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year, so you must get some snow. Right.
Yeah.
Let's quickly see who's going to tell us something interesting. Hello, Christina. I see you also hopped on. Why is the people so late?
Sorry, Captain. I was on another call, so I'm here now.
That's good. There's something that I wanted to share. There's a thing that I read today, and it made me think about the stupidity of people making comments on groups without thinking and without checking facts before the time. If somebody use harsh words against you somewhere, what is the easiest to turn that person around? You ask them what's wrong. Because they're not attacking you, they're attacking their own feelings. Just ask them what's wrong, and then you change that whole conversation. Right, I'm going to give a few of you a chance to share some wise words with us. Where is Miria? Miria is still on. Miria, what happened with you in the last week in your life that is very positive? I don't want to hear any negative stories. What happened with you in the last week? You've got 2 minutes.
Okay. Not personally me, but my family. My son graduated with his MBA from Manchester University. So he traveled to the UK with him, his wife, and his little 4-month-old baby girl. And he graduated with a distinction, so I'm a proud mummy. And they saw his dad and aunt and cousin and a whole lot of the family in the UK. So that was great. I miss them, but I think his dad is not coping so well with being lonely and all that. So I think it's good that they spend time with him. And yeah, now they're back in Canada, suffering a little bit of jet lag. I'm not saying that as a negative, but I'm waiting for them to call me when they're fully awake. So that's my week. So it wasn't about me, but it was about my family. So it's
It's always good to get a qualification behind you. What does MBA stand for? Member of?
No, it's master. MBA
Master
is
of
Master of Business Administration. He's got a
Administration.
BCom. Yeah, he's got a BCom from WITS, and then he did a master's degree in Helsinki in economics and business administration as well. And now he did the MBA, which is a higher degree. So now I said now he can be, now he can be a daddy. So that's more important right now. And I think that's even for him, it's more important at the moment than all these degrees and work. Being a daddy is the best blessing.
Yeah, family is important. If you decide to leave a job somewhere, even if you've been there many years, the next day they're looking for your replacement. If your family lose you, then you're gone. Your
Yeah.
family can't replace you. Always remember, family is more important than anything else. I sometimes get
Absolutely.
emotionally unstable because Festina's not doing what she's supposed to do. But family comes first. If she needs to spend time with her daughter, that comes first, always. Right, who else is going to share some things with us? Where is Michaela? What happened in Namibia this week?
Well, for one, we didn't have load shedding. I'm sorry. I had to say that. We are very blessed indeed. We don't have that. For me, this week, everything's good. I can't complain really. And finally, summer seems to be arriving here at the coast. So we're happy about that because we've had a very, very long winter, a good 10, almost 11 months of
Why was the
overcast.
winter so long?
I don't know. It's just weird winter. I mean, normally we would get our east, our desert storm wind from March onwards, right through sometimes even beginning September. This year, we had exactly 2, maybe 3 such events, which were no longer than about 2 or maybe 3 days at a go. And it usually, when it starts blowing, it usually is up to 10 days, sometimes even 2 weeks, 3 weeks of hot desert winds. Then we have a bit of a respite and then it starts again. So this year it wasn't like that. It was the other way around. We just had mostly mist. And that's it. So the desert wasn't complaining, I'm sure, especially all the little creatures, because we have a unique ecology in that. Our Namib Desert is very unique in that. So the plants and the animals live off the mist, the moisture from the mist. So that's what makes our desert different to any of the other deserts in the world. Yeah, so they wouldn't be complaining, but for us, we need some vitamin D. So we're glad we've got it. Yeah. No, it was good. This week was fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's very interesting weather in Namibia. There's not a lot of rain in the desert, but with the mist coming from the ocean, it gives water to the animals. But that east wind is a bad thing. I remember we were in Swakopmund with a marathon of some athletes that I took through there, and they ran 4 laps. The first 3 was fine, and then the wind came through, and the athletes just didn't pitch up. They started dripping in. They took double the time for that last lap. Oh, it was chaos, and they were dehydrated, and we had to rush them to hospital. That wind can be bad, but it's usually long. I think the longest this year, Indran sent me some photos at one stage, it was 3 days. I
Yeah,
think 3 days
exactly,
was the
which is very
longest this year.
unusual. Yeah, very unusual. I love the east wind because it means it's 34 degrees in the middle of winter. And that is like,
Yeah,
and we have the most
you've got
incredible sunrises and sunsets. So
you've got nice warm weather. That day in Swakopmund we had 42. It was 42 degrees. Right, that's all the news from Namibia. Who else is on here from outside of South Africa? Emma, how's it going in your beautiful country?
Hi, Stefan. It is quite good here in Kenya. We don't even know about winter and summer. Our climate is all round the same. We don't feel cold, we don't feel hot. We are right at the equator. So we never know about that's the cold season and the hot season. And my week was good. I live in the countryside. I'm a country. So there's a lot of rain and we have been doing a lot of planting. So the weather is very nice. And I have a son who has been on crutches for 7 months. And this week I saw him for the first time walking without his crutches. I was so happy. So I'm so grateful. So he can at least do things for himself. I've been helping him a lot, but now he can be on his feet again once more. He had an accident in June, and up to today now he can now walk. Then I've been preparing. All my family members are coming over for Christmas in the countryside. I've been working up and down trying to make the place comfortable for them. We'll be having a week long, the whole family. So I'm so excited. It has been a whole year we haven't seen each other. So we are just in the Christmas mood.
That's good. Send me a location on WhatsApp so I can know where you are. Maybe I pop over for a few days so that I can also eat some of your good food.
Okay.
No, I don't have time currently. We'll have a get together next year sometime.
Yes, you are welcome
Kenya
to
is a
Kenya.
nice. No, you're gonna come here. I don't go out of the country often. My travel days
Really?
are finished. I visited
Oh,
many countries. I think my travel days are now finished. I want to
make Kenya,
stay.
make Kenya the last one.
I've been to Kenya before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've did a athletic course there, the level 3 coaching course, and then I went again to visit one of the training camps. That was before the time of Elliot, before he became such. He was still a youngster. I think it was 18. He just started running fast. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. The closest snow you're gonna get is on Kilimanjaro. That's quite a distance from you. How far is Mount Kilimanjaro from you?
Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania. It's quite a
Mm,
distance, but you can go by
yeah,
bus. Yeah.
yeah, it's quite far.
Yeah.
All right, who else want to tell us about the week? Anybody else got anything to share?
Captain, I have to say that I'm so happy I'll see my sister Emma. I haven't seen her for a long time, and I'll be able to see my nephew walking. It was a frightening accident, but my week has been so good. Just the fact that I will also leave the city. I envy my sister. She lives in the countryside. I live in a squashed place where oxygen is rare. We are breathing in dust. So I'll be happy to be in the countryside and breathe fresh air and
Yeah,
drink
fresh
some
air
milk
is
from her.
always good. It will open the mind again.
Yes, yes.
Where do you
So it
stay
will
in
be.
Kenya?
I stay in Nairobi,
Oh,
in the
gosh. Yeah,
city. Yeah, yeah.
that's a big city. That is a big city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got the two. Michaela said two sisters on the call tonight. Christine and Emma is usually one of them is on. It's not often that both of you are on the same call. It's interesting that you both on today. It's good. It's good. Jacobus, do you want to share something?
Good evening, everybody. It's a privilege to be here. Yes, it was a busy week. I'm still working. We don't close over the holidays. Always personnel or staff issues, but yes, there is ways to sort it, and I'm grateful. Some of them is already sorted. Nothing else, nothing major, but just grateful to be alive and be healthy, and looking forward to the festive season.
Yeah, staff issues can always be resolved. Always. There's always a solution to a staff issue if you just sit down and everybody talks sense. Then we can sort everything out. Good. Raquel, do you want to say anything from America apart from all the rain that's falling there?
Okay, sure. I actually was not in America for the past week. I was actually with a few of my childhood friends. She celebrated a milestone in Jamaica. So I finally had an opportunity to take a little vacation to go spend her birthday week with her. So yeah, it was pretty nice.
That's good. That's good. Did you go down to Jamaica?
Yeah, I flew down to Jamaica with my sister,
Mm. Now,
and
Jamaica is also a nice place, a very
yeah, it was
beautiful
beautiful.
place. Where were
I
you
had to
born
come
in
back to the
America?
weather. No, I was not born in America.
Where were you born?
I was born in South America, in Guyana.
Southern. Which country?
Guyana.
Okay, cool.
It's the only English
Cool.
speaking country.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's not birthday for Christine yet. Christine, your birthday is on the 25th.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yes, it is. I turned 65.
No, you're still a youngster. You're a pipsqueak.
I know. I'm coming to visit South Africa. My days are not over yet.
Yeah, you still got a long life ahead of you. Your time is not finished. There's too much for you still to do.
True.
Yeah, we started a birthday list at one stage, but yeah, there's 2 or 3 people responsible for that. But we got so busy, we didn't keep it up to date. I'll allocate somebody to go through the list once a day and say happy birthday. We are going to change the Telegram groups a bit. We're going to compress some of the groups, but I'll do that announcement on Saturday. It's going to be a huge process. I think it's going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks to get everybody over into one group. With all these little groups, we've decided this morning that it's going to be better to maybe compress a few groups, but we'll do an announcement on Saturday. All right, we didn't have a chance yet. Masini, tell us about your week.
Hello, everybody. Well, my highlight obviously was meeting you yesterday, Captain. Thank you
came for
very much for
training.
your time. Excuse me?
You came for a training session yesterday. You must all send me
I
the photos
did.
which
I
you took
did.
of me while I was sitting on my rock. I want to see how I look on my rock.
I will definitely do that. Thank you very much.
Mm.
And thank you for your
How many?
guidance. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear that your foot is still paining you today.
yeah, it's not nice. The on the health issues, myself and one other person got attacked severely this week. And I said to the other person, stay calm. If you get attacked like that without any reason, without contact with other people, and you get that type of symptoms, that is because you're doing something right. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I know myself, my feet is a meter to tell me if I'm on the right path or not for the last 4 years. It's not comfortable, but we'll work on the pain. At least if there's pain, then there's healing. So hopefully with the things I'm doing now, some people got together and send me patches that I'm putting on my feet now, and that helps a little bit with the pain. But there is times where the patch don't help, but we'll get through that. Pain is part of life. It's a good barometer to tell you if you're on the right path. Did you learn something worthwhile yesterday, Masini?
Absolutely, Captain. Absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't make the time earlier to come and see you. It's been on my mind for a very long time. So yes,
Yeah.
better late than never, hey?
Yeah, you can learn a lot in a short few hours.
Yes, for sure.
There's a lot you can learn. It's not a very formal training session, but I did manage to get you to understand more or less what I do on a board and how you tackle different types of boards. We are currently working on Seeds of Love. We added now, I think 140. We're on 160 profiles from last week Friday that we added for Seeds of Love. And then the version 2s we're taking through tomorrow. That will be, I think, 24 in total, which will cause a lot of movement on the front boards, which then in effect will eat the sponsors profiles, and then we can sponsor more people in at the bottom. So I've not been very active on the groups. I'm over 1,000 messages, and with the power failure today, I'm even further behind, but I'll go through some of the older groups today. If there's something urgent in a group, just send me a WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is not that busy, so I see the messages easier there. I don't ignore messages. I'll get to everyone. Somebody called me this morning and said, why I'm ignoring the message. I say, you sent it 20 minutes ago. I work from the bottom. Keep your clothes on. Stay calm. I'll get to every message. If it's urgent, give me a call or send a WhatsApp, and then I'll see what Elise and Festina do. If there's something that I must do in a group, they will send me a message on WhatsApp, and then I can go to the group and go see what I need to do there. Time is not enough at this stage. Definitely not enough. Festina, what happened with your week? You were also busy. You busy with arrangements of the wedding?
Stefan, I don't have much to do with the wedding now anymore. It was just finding a dress last week, which was kind of like hectic. But sometimes in life, things happen to teach. No, not sometimes. Mostly, everything that happens is, it's like just a non-stop learning curve. Life. I don't think we ever stop to learn, and I don't think we should. And this week was a very challenging week to me. I must say I absolutely loved listening to the girls now talking about Christmas, because to me this time of year is not a very I don't really enjoy this time of year. I find it a very people consume so much. It's, all the Christmas lights and decorations, and it's beautiful to look at, but I just think it's very commercialized. And it was beautiful to listen to the girls, the two sisters earlier, saying that they're looking forward to Christmas. They're going to see each other. They haven't seen each other for many, many months, and just to spend time with family. And that's what it all is about, really, is to spend time with the people that we care about and who care about us. So that was beautiful. Thank you for that. Usually I find this time of year quite challenging, because it is just a very commercial time, and all that I want to do is I want to get away from it all. From that, you can also anyway, so a couple of things happened this week which were not really easy or pleasant, and I learned a lesson this week which I don't know if everybody here would be able to get, but the lesson was, don't feel. Because the moment we feel things, we when we are sad or depressed, then we say, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym because I'm sad or I'm depressed, or I don't feel like doing this now, I'm not in the mood, I'm not motivated. And that's the kind of feel that I'm talking about. Don't ignore those feelings. Get up, go to the gym, do your job, do what you've got to do, whether you feel like it, whether you don't feel like it, because that's the only way that you are going to move forward and keep the momentum of moving forward. Don't be too optimistic or and don't be negative. Negative is really very sticky, and it is not pleasant to be around. So don't feel the negative things, or if you do feel them, ignore them, do what you've got to do. And then again, just thank you for that beautiful Christmas message from the two sisters.
Yeah, I found in my life, if you feeling a little bit down or a little bit tired, go exercise, go for a walk, or go find a pool and swim a few lanes. You'll feel much better after that. Much better. Yeah, Christmas time is this is the second Christmas after my mother died. We used to get together at my mother's place, and she'll make cold meats, chicken and some other cold meats and salads. So that's one thing I miss about Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas myself because it's on the wrong date and because of all the commercial influences. But yeah, it's good to get together with family any time of the year. Don't keep it only for Christmas. There's a lot of other days you can also celebrate and get together. I used to visit my mother once a month on a Sunday. Go over in the morning early, have breakfast, chat, and have some tea, and sit under the tree and talk about life. And then we'll have lunch, and then after that I'll get back home. Don't ever misuse the time that is available to spend with your family. Always make time. Family is important. Family and friends. It's very, very important. Right, I think we go. Oh, Sharon is on. Welcome, Sharon. I see you just hopped on.
Hi, Stefan. Yes, sorry I was running late, but I am here.
Good. Did anything good happen to you this week?
Yes, I've had a very good week in a positive manner. My boards are moving, which is great. I've had plenty time with my family, which is also brilliant. My grandson is home from overseas. So, yes, I've had a very, very positive, good week. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, I think there's a message or two that I must still answer on your side, but I'll get to that somewhere during the night. Yeah, on my side, the week is always good. Now, what happened that stands out? Oh, I received a chocolate cake yesterday. Massini brought me a chocolate cake. That cake is finished, Massini. It is gone. It's out of the way. It's not
Then I'll
in
have to come and
existence
visit
anymore.
and bring you another one.
Yeah. Remember, when you do the thing properly, I need a 7-layer chocolate cake. And between each layer, 2 cans of condensed milk. And then the chocolate icing on the outside, and on top you put sprinkles and Smarties. That is a decent chocolate cake. That cake that you brought here was very, very tasty, but it went down well. I think I had the last bit this morning sometime while I was working. No, it was good. It was good. Leanne, I see you on also. Welcome. We nearly finished. It's good to see you here. We will post a recording for the things that you missed. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Stefan. Sorry, yes, I've come in late. My life is just so hectic, but I'm doing well. How are you?
No, it's good. It's good. I'm doing very well. We had a power outage this afternoon. We don't have load shedding where I stay, but there was something wrong with the substation, so we were without power from 12 till just after 6. I
Oh gosh.
worked a bit under the trees, pulling out weeds. With all the rain we had here, there's a lot of weeds, so I pulled out a few buckets full of weeds. It was a good day. It was a very good day. And my cat was with me the whole time. Whenever I work in the garden, she's with me. If I work inside, she goes sleep outside under a tree or under a bush. But if I work in the garden, she waits for any gogas that comes out there when I pull out the weeds. Centipedes and crickets and anything she can get her feet on. Yeah, she like gardening.
Yes,
Right.
cats are awesome.
Yeah, they're very good. I like animals. I like any. Where did I read this interesting thing? If somebody asks you if you're a cat or a dog person, and then the person answer, "I'll kiss an alligator if I'm sure that he's not going to bite my nose off." Yeah, we like all animals, or most of them. There's a few little nasty creatures like mosquitoes and flies, and one or two of those things that I don't know what's the reason for their existence. But so be it. So be it. Right, everybody have a good week. Till next week, motivational call. I'll have an update call on Saturday at 1:00. And then, I posted the schedule somewhere. We're currently having 4 calls a week. Afrikaans call on Monday. Another English call on Tuesday, and then motivational call next Thursday. when is Christmas Day? 25th is Sunday. We're not going to have a call on Monday because it's a public holiday in South Africa. So the Afrikaans call will be Tuesday, English Wednesday, and Thursday motivational call. But anyway, if you miss it, everything will be posted. Right, have a good Friday tomorrow and a good Saturday morning for the people who didn't do all their Christmas shopping. You've got 2 days left. There's people that spend too much money on presents. Festina, tell the people how I made a bag full of presents for somebody and it didn't cost me too much. What did I buy? 2 7-rand chocolates, 1 15-rand chocolate. What else was in that bag that I bought? I think that was it. Tell the people about the Christmas gift that I made.
It, it's very, very sweet, and you can see it comes, the present came absolutely from the heart. And it's sincerely, we don't need to, if you do want to give something at Christmas, you don't need to give expensive gifts, because it is not about the amount of money that you spend, but the effort and the thoughts, the thoughtfulness that goes into it. It was just a beautiful gift. You can even give secondhand stuff, really a good book that you've read that was yours, or a book that was at a special place in your shelf, and you pass it on to someone else. It was just Stefan just made a really, really very, very thoughtful gift to this lady who was going to travel along, be on the road for quite a few hours tomorrow. And little notes that he put in to remember to drink water, stay hydrated. It was just really, really beautiful, thoughtful. It was really special to see how you packed this and made it ready for this lady, Stefan. And guys, you don't need to give expensive gifts. You can make homemade mustard, or even a bottle of homemade mayonnaise, or some canned fruit or canned vegetables, or a plant, a tree, something that's going, a fruit tree that's going to live forever. Buy clever, give clever. Don't become a slave of the system with consumerism. Oh, I'm preaching. So sorry. Your present was beautiful, Stefan.
Yeah, it's there was 2 7-rand chocolates in. One of the best, the best chocolates I've had in my life. 2 special chocolates, 7 rands, and then bought 1 malva pudding chocolate. And I put 100 rands in for the road to buy water to keep on hydrated, and 3 books from my bookshelf. The one I didn't even know I had. 5,000 hints on how to do things in your house. There was a book about Jesus, which belonged to my mother, and which was the other one? I think it was a little book about jokes and things. And then, that was about it. Maybe I must put up the video. I'll just check that I don't say anything incriminating. And then I may post a video in the motivational group. Right. Let's unmute and greet. I'll have the video up somewhere. I've got a huge amount of work now to catch up, seeing that we didn't have power this afternoon, but that's what the night time is for. Have a good Friday and a good Saturday. I'll see most of you hopefully on Saturday. Unmute and shout bye, and then I'm going to end the call.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye very much.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye, Christine. Bye, Emma. Bye, Messini. Bye, Media. Bye, Sharon. Bye, Emma. Bye, Festina.
everyone.
Bye, Michaela. Bye, Sharon. And we
Merry
are out of here.
Christmas.